Hey, so I'm not entirely sure why I'm making this video. Um, it's something, actually, it's just a video of things I've been thinking about the past week or so since the appendectomy. And I thought about making it a post where I type it all out. But for some reason, this felt better. There's no pressure to watch it. There's not some big announcement or anything like that. It's just my thoughts.
And Winston.
I mean, you really should just watch it for Winston. Anyway, I'm going to ramble. Just for maybe, here we go. I think probably all of you know what's been going on, but anyway, I'll fill you in real quick in case you haven't. A little over a week ago, I went in for an emergency appendectomy. I think he's doing this on purpose. And he is actually the reason I went in. I didn't have any pain in my side. My belly was bloated, but I thought I'd just been eating too much everything. I didn't have any of those symptoms. I also don't think I feel pain quite the same way, so I don't know. But the final thing was I was laying right here, and Winston often sits up here. And when he got down to cuddle, he jumped down and landed right on my side, and that was the first time I felt like oh, that's the pain they're talking about. And then I went in 20 minutes later. So thanks to this little guy. Anyway, see, I told you I'm scattered. That went all good, but when they were scanning for the possible appendicitis, they found a spot in my lungs. So that surgery went well, and then I've done some tests since. I'm not going to explain it all because I don't understand it all completely, and I'll definitely get it wrong. At this point, there's a nodule that is growing / cancerous / something in the lower left portion of my lung. So it looks like we're going to go in. I have another appointment next Thursday to set up the surgery. So I don't know when that surgery is. But it looks like they're going to go in. They may take out a wedge of the lung. They may take out the whole lower, I already forgot what that word's called, portion of the lung. There's 5 lobes or something. So I may lose one of those. And if that's all it is, then they are thinking that's all it is. And if they don't see it spreading through other organs right now or lymph nodes or anything like that, they think that surgery should probably get it where I don't even need chemo or anything. They said it could be that type or another kind of cancer that they do some test on, and within 2 or 3 days after the surgery, they find out if it is just solitary there or if it actually came from somewhere else, like whatever the word is for skin cancer or something. So we don't know. But I'm just glad to know, I'm glad to have a plan. This past week, I don't do well waiting and not knowing, so I've been a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I'm better. I'm better now. I feel like me, being able to have a plan. But all of that to say, I told you, I'm going to ramble. It's just got me thinking about a lot of stuff, and I think a lot about a lot of stuff all the time, so this is saying something. The first stuff is just how really, I may cuss, just as a warning. I try not to on Facebook, but I may just ramble, so if that's going to offend you, move along. But just how crazy lucky we are to be alive in 2019. Like, I don't know when appendectomies started happening, but before that, they pretty much killed you. So my life would have been over at 40 just from the appendectomy. So pretty much, regardless of what happens here on out, everything else is bonus thanks to the miraculous scientific research and all that crap that we've done. I mean, I went in, the surgery started at 8 in the morning, and I was back in my house by 10:30 in the morning. And I'm great. I don't hurt hardly at all from that. And that is something that would have killed me. So that's kind of where these thoughts have come from, even more than the cancer, whatever's coming up. is that really my life could have been over, or should have been over, not should have, but historically, before these advancements, would have been over at 40. And this, I think, is the part that I want to share. Maybe just to get it out, and maybe for someone else who, I mean, if you're like me, you're a gay guy who, or a kid, or whatever, who was or is struggling with being gay and all of that shit. Or maybe your issue is totally something different. I don't know. But the point of all this is I realized that out of my 40 years, I spent 21 of those years absolutely hating who I was. Knowing that I was doomed to hell. Thought I turned that off. That I was shit, that I was, you all know the cliche, and the cliches are there for a reason. I mean, that was it. That was my full 21 first years of life, knowing that about myself. And due to religion. Then from 21 to 20, it was 5 years, 26, I was in reparative therapy to learn to be straight for 1 to 3 times a week. So at 26 or 27 is when I finally went, enough of this. I'm not going to change. I'm tired of all of this. I'm done. And while there was freedom in that, I did not learn to accept who I was or any of that for a long time. Nor did I have any practice at any of this stuff. In a lot of ways, I was a teenager in a 27-year-old guy's body. So I think that hit me a lot this week, of just how much, if life really did end at 40, how much of my life I spent hating my life. And thinking that my life was wrong and broken and all those things because of a religion. And please don't put in the comments or whatever about real Christians accept blah, blah, blah. Good for you. I've read the Bible more times than a lot of people I know, and I am pretty clear on, I don't think people, anyway, I'm not going to get into the religion topic. That's another thing. So yeah, that's a lot of time hating this really wonderful gift we have of life. And that sucks. And I know there's a million other people that have hated their lives for a lot of other reasons besides being told that they were wrong or born wrong. Or, and it doesn't even have to be on the queer spectrum. It can be for a lot of things. But so that's one way I'm looking at this. That everything from here on out is bonus, whether it's another week or another 80 years. I'm not 80. 100 minus 40, 60, let's say 60. It's all bonus. And the other thing that I just started catching on to in the past year, and this is because of Al-Anon. I've mentioned on Facebook that I go to Al-Anon. It's been exactly a year this last week. Is that Al-Anon truly has changed my life. Is to be okay in the moment. Besides the whole I'm going to be straight one day, it's always the whole everything else has been working towards being something or being someone or being whatever it is in the future. The writer, the author, the plans, the romance, the whatever it's going to be, just work until you get to that place. And I never, ever, until a year ago, took a minute to just be like, I love this moment. I love, and this moment is enough. And it sounds hokey and cheesy, and I would roll my eyes about that before when I would hear people talk about that. Probably called them lazy in my head or out loud. But it's true. I think that even more than the gay thing, honestly, I don't want to lose that. I've just started enjoying Brandon and all of his wonderful parts and all of his shitty flaws and whatever. I love being alive, even in these hard moments. And that wasn't always true. So I guess I'm just sharing that to encourage you. One, if you're like me and have been taught that you're not good enough, that you're whatever, it's a lie. It's a bunch of shit. And the people that told you that, more than likely, don't mean anything bad by it either. They believe it too. And they're told that they're shit for a lot of reasons as well. That doesn't make it true. You deserve to be here. And you can enjoy this life. And you're good. And I don't know what God looks like. It's definitely not the Christian God that I grew up with. If that's him, fuck off. But I do believe in a higher power. I don't know exactly what that is, but I'm grateful for that higher power. And I believe that we're made how we're supposed to be. And I also think we're made to enjoy being alive and to be thankful for this very moment. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting really, really preaching. I'm going to shut up now, but I don't know exactly why I wanted to say all that. My original thought was I'm going to wait until I'm through the woods with whatever this cancer thing is, whether it means, who knows, so that I could be like, hey, I'm all healed, or, oh, let me tell you, I've been having some thoughts about that this week too, because I grew up in the tradition of laying on hands and healing and faith, and if you just believe hard enough, God will heal you. And yet, all those people that believed so strongly, that I knew believed, they still died. Yeah, I've not been having any issues with that this week. But I do believe in healing. Not in that way. But anyway, I went off on another tangent, didn't I? A lot of thoughts this week. I'm thankful for this moment. And that I get to keep going, whether it's another week, which that's dramatic, or decades. I want to keep working for the goals and the dreams and the shooting for the moon, but I also finally want to settle into being enough, just right here. As a gay man, as an author who sometimes is able to pay his bills in a month and sometimes goes way in the red. That's okay. It's okay to enjoy that too. Like I've really been putting my life on hold up until about a year ago of going, I will be okay once I reach whatever this is. That's just as much of a lie as the other. It's okay to just be okay with where you are. Beyond all of that, or beside all of that, or including all of that, I should have said this at the beginning because I doubt too many made their way through this rambling pile. Thank you for all the love you all have given me on Facebook and through the years of books and all that stuff. But just the outpouring of support and messages and all of that over the past week has been humbling and touching. And I'm going to be honest, I won't respond to all the messages. I'm not good at messages in the best of times. I'm definitely not right now when they've tripled in size. And this also is not a poor me. I mean, I want to live and I'm going to fight for it. But I also am very aware of how lucky I am right now. That this cancer, or whatever it is, was caught on a fluke because of my other surgery. A lot of people don't get that. I know as a special ed teacher, I've seen way too many lives. Well, we all have. I'm lucky, and I hope to keep being lucky and blessed to be here. So, thanks for hanging in here with me. I hope if you needed to hear this, I hope you got to hear it. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Bye.